fabricate the custom insole. First thing we want to do is find the center of the heel where the first ray touches in the fifth. So the easiest way we do this is we come over to a piece of metal. If we just rub it, it will then mark those 3 points. And again. So here, take a Sharpie, and I want to be right behind those. So if those are the met heads, this is what I'm looking for. And you're going right behind them. So when they hold them up, everything should pretty much be about the same. So at this point, take some glue. Contact cement has to be relatively thin because we want just a thin layer. So I go right up to that line, go all around, make sure you get the edges. One thin coat. The same. Then we post with flat stock, which is 1/4 inch EVA. I'll just approximate the length, and I'll just take this angle into account into a little pre-cut here. So when I lay it on, it'll be about that angle. So then I'm going to just apply glue evenly here as well. Now this is getting tacky already. You never want to rush your glue. If you rush your glue, you're not going to bind. And you cannot go back and add more glue on top of glue. You're just going to create a rubber band effect that's not going to bond. So then I put this in our convection oven. I usually run this around 350, glue side up, probably about 30 seconds. Then we're going to put it together. 30 seconds, gonna take the material out. It should be nice, soft, everything dry to a haze. So then you're just gonna line it up to the met heads, place it on. I like to start going down the middle, then bring it to the edges. Impressively firm all the way around. Before I get the other one, I like to just trim the excess off, because as this cools, it will want to bend away from the insole material. You also have to be careful. If your material gets too hot, it can deform the shape of your cast too. Coming in at number 2, again, place it, work from the middle to the outsides. And it's warm, but it's not hot by any means. And trim. Good set of sharp scissors is crucial. So this is a 26.5 boot. So a lot of times I like to just grab the insoles that came in the boot. Makes life easier than going through all our samples. So I lay it in, and I am going to simply trace the toe shape from the posting material around the front and end my trace right at the end of the posting material. Okay, now I'm going to just trim. I want to typically leave a little bit of that black line just so you can see where your toe shape was. And same here. Now for shaping our insoles, we have to think about something. I like to think about the roundness of the heel cup, like there's a ball. So if I continue this arc, it's going to be like so. So from this point up to about this point is where we want to get a nice straight line. Just like this insole, it will sit in a nice flat area. So I always like you to think about this circle around the heel, this radius. So we think about this point and this point as where our grind wants to come forward on both sides. Remember, we want this to sit flat against the ground in one continuous shape. Also on this side, I like to think of grinding this not in a straight line, but coming from here to an apex, and then cutting that apex off. So we will want this to sit from this point to this point flat on the surface so it fits in the boot. So let's bring that over to the grinder. Important thing for people new to grinding, we want our material 90 degrees to the grinder and probably around this portion. If you work up high or too low, your material is going to jump. Also, you need to clean your wheel a fair amount with this new polyplast material. It does clog it up. So what we're going to do first is just grind the toe shape. So here we go. From here to here. Our toe shape cut. Now I'm going to bring my line from the base of the mat or the posting material to a straight line back. So the idea is not even pressure the whole way. At times you're going to have little pressure here, more pressure here in different areas. About what we're looking for right now. Nice and straight from here to here in a straight line. So now we're going to come at the arch side. And this is a good visual. We're taking it from here. We don't want to get our angle up or down to the overall shape of the footbed. We want it nice and linear. So I'm going to start from the heel. Very little pressure where my thumb is. And I'm visualizing where I'm cutting. Here. Now I'm going to bring it from here. Just a little heavy here, but here's our apex. Now we're going to cut that off. my heel cup. And I'm going to be about 45 degrees to my wheel. Take a little bit more off here. And then just remove the bolt around the heel. Posting or grinding the posting on the bottom. Remember, our met heads are about right here and here. So I want to be thin on my 5th ray side. That's part of the foot that hates compression or pushing up. So we're going to grind from the 5th back to the center of the heel and then finish up our grind coming this way. First, I'm going to just remove the bolt from here, just bevel this. And again, I'm sighting my heel, which is vertical, against the forefoot. So, like so. So expose the 5th and the 1st. Now I'm going to bring it back. Out pretty much even. So if not, we'll just kind of dress it up a little bit. Also looking for my arch shape and my lateral sides to be pretty close. And that's all there is to grinding a custom insole.